You're listening to the Bare Metal Cyber Prepcast, created to help you succeed in your Security Plus certification journey. Learn more at baremetalcyber.com, where additional prepcasts, books, and training materials await. Let's get started. End-to-end traceability is the backbone of effective vulnerability response. From the moment a vulnerability is discovered until it is fully remediated and closed, there must be a clear record of every action taken. This traceability ensures accountability, supports audits, and provides evidence during incidents or regulatory reviews. It also enables organizations to learn from past efforts, analyzing where delays or breakdowns occurred. Hardened programs embed traceability into their workflows so that every vulnerability is not just remediated, but also documented in a way that demonstrates closure beyond any doubt. Automated ticket enrichment accelerates the remediation process by embedding critical context directly into each ticket. This includes information about the affected asset, the assigned owner, known exploit data, and recommended remediation steps. Instead of requiring manual research, enrichment provides teams with a complete picture at the outset. For example, a ticket may automatically show that an asset is internet-facing, business-critical, and subject to active exploitation. Hardened organizations embrace enrichment to ensure remediation begins quickly, with fewer delays caused by missing or incomplete context. Remediation triage categories help allocate resources efficiently. Immediate remediations apply to vulnerabilities under active exploitation or with severe business impact. Scheduled remediations cover important but less urgent issues, planned into routine maintenance windows. Deferred remediations, supported by compensating controls, apply to vulnerabilities where immediate fixes are not feasible. Categorizing vulnerabilities in this way ensures teams apply urgency where it is warranted without overwhelming resources. Hardened programs formalize triage categories to create consistency, avoiding ad hoc decision-making that can cause dangerous delays. In high-severity cases, remediation often requires a war room structure with defined roles. A coordinator manages the process, ensuring efforts stay organized. A technical lead drives the hands-on fixes. A change manager oversees safe deployment practices, and a communicator updates stakeholders regularly. By defining these roles clearly, organizations avoid confusion, duplication, or missed updates. Hardened organizations treat remediation war rooms as structured crisis teams, ensuring that when the stakes are high, collaboration is efficient, accountable, and aligned with business needs. Capacity planning prevents remediation teams from becoming bottlenecks. Without planning, urgent vulnerability tickets may pile up faster than staff can handle, leading to missed deadlines. By forecasting workloads, aligning staffing levels, and even automating repetitive tasks, organizations ensure they have sufficient capacity for both day-to-day remediation and unexpected surges. Hardened programs plan capacity with resilience in mind, knowing that vulnerability volumes fluctuate and that teams must be ready to scale their efforts without burning out personnel. Change window management ensures urgent fixes are deployed safely without causing service disruption. Critical patches may require fast tracking, but they must still be coordinated with system owners and tested within controlled maintenance windows. This balance allows organizations to address vulnerabilities quickly while preserving uptime and customer trust. Hardened environments define clear procedures for emergency changes, including pre-approved windows and rapid validation methods, ensuring that speed never sacrifices stability. Metrics serve as vital indicators of remediation health. Tracking backlog size by severity shows whether vulnerabilities are being addressed promptly. Measuring ticket age reveals how long vulnerabilities remain open, while monitoring owner responsiveness ensures accountability across teams. These metrics highlight bottlenecks and guide prioritization. Hardened programs report on these measures regularly, treating remediation health as an operational KPI. By doing so, they transform vulnerability management into a transparent, measurable process rather than an opaque struggle against backlogs. Feature flags and toggles provide temporary mitigation for risky application-level fixes. Instead of deploying a full code change immediately, a vulnerable feature can be disabled or restricted through a toggle while permanent fixes are developed. This limits exposure without destabilizing the application. Hardened organizations integrate feature flags into development pipelines as a safety valve, allowing for rapid risk reduction while maintaining control. This technique exemplifies the blend of security and engineering discipline required in modern remediation practices. Threat intelligence can change priorities mid-cycle when new exploits emerge. A vulnerability previously scheduled for later remediation may suddenly require immediate attention if attackers begin actively exploiting it. Integrating intelligence feeds into remediation workflows ensures that priorities remain dynamic rather than static. Hardened programs acknowledge that prioritization is not a one-time event but an ongoing process informed by real-world threat activity. This agility ensures resources target the most dangerous vulnerabilities at the right time. Documentation discipline ensures every remediation action is recorded with evidence. This includes the applied patch, updated configurations, test results, and verification logs. Without this documentation, teams cannot prove vulnerabilities were fixed, nor can they learn from the process. Hardened organizations mandate evidence capture for every action, ensuring that remediation is auditable, defensible, and repeatable. Discipline in documentation turns remediation from a technical task into a structured program of accountability. Cross-vendor patch rollouts add complexity, as organizations may rely on fixes from multiple suppliers. Coordinating across vendors means aligning patch schedules, validating updates, and ensuring compatibility between systems. For instance, a vulnerability in a hypervisor may require patches from both the OS and hardware vendors. Hardened programs coordinate these dependencies proactively, validating vendor fixes in staging environments before production rollout. This coordination ensures consistency and prevents gaps caused by fragmented vendor responses. A practical action that strengthens discipline is to update every active critical vulnerability ticket within 24 hours with 4 key items: the assigned owner, the target remediation date, the current mitigation status, and the defined test plan. This guarantees that critical tickets never sit idle without accountability or context. Hardened organizations enforce this action as a baseline practice, ensuring that every critical vulnerability is actively managed, visible to leadership, and moving toward closure without delay. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other prepcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Verification automation strengthens confidence in remediation by ensuring fixes are retested consistently. Scheduled retests and continuous scanning of remediated assets confirm that vulnerabilities remain closed and that no regressions occur. Automation removes the burden of manual follow-up, guaranteeing that once an issue is marked resolved, validation becomes routine rather than optional. Hardened organizations embed these retests directly into their vulnerability management platforms, ensuring closure is verified not by assumption but by repeatable, automated checks. Rollback plans act as safety nets in case remediation introduces instability. Even well-tested patches can break applications or degrade performance. Documented rollback procedures, such as reverting to snapshots, restoring backups, or toggling features off, allow teams to recover quickly. This prevents situations where security fixes inadvertently cause new outages. Hardened programs treat rollback as non-negotiable, requiring that every remediation plan includes recovery options before deployment. This ensures resilience and reduces hesitation when applying urgent fixes. Periodic remediation reviews allow organizations to identify recurring root causes and implement systemic solutions. If similar vulnerabilities appear repeatedly, such as outdated libraries, weak access policies, or recurring misconfigurations, teams must address why these issues persist. Reviews highlight patterns and lead to permanent fixes, such as updated baselines or new development practices. Hardened environments schedule these reviews quarterly or after major incidents, transforming vulnerability management from reactive patching into proactive improvement. Communication with stakeholders is critical to maintaining trust during remediation efforts. Weekly dashboards summarize open vulnerabilities, remediation progress, and exceptions, while targeted updates keep executives and technical teams aligned. Transparent communication ensures leadership understands risks and IT staff know priorities. Hardened programs define communication protocols, balancing detail for technical teams with high-level summaries for business leaders. This alignment prevents surprises and reinforces that vulnerability management is a shared organizational responsibility. Security sign-offs provide assurance before high-risk remediation tickets are closed. For example, fixes to mission-critical systems or vulnerabilities affecting sensitive data may require formal review by security teams or governance bodies. This sign-off confirms not only that the vulnerability was addressed, but also that remediation meets organizational risk tolerance. Hardened organizations integrate this step to avoid premature closure, ensuring critical fixes are verified with rigor before tickets are considered complete. Change Advisory Board (CAB) integration provides visibility into impactful remediations. CABs review planned changes to ensure stability and compliance, and integrating remediation activities into this process ensures high-risk fixes are vetted. Hardened environments align remediation workflows with CAB oversight, ensuring security changes do not bypass governance. This integration balances the urgency of vulnerability response with the accountability of structured change management. Orphaned tickets, where vulnerabilities remain unassigned or unresolved, present significant risk. These tickets often linger in backlogs unnoticed. Hardened programs monitor for orphaned cases and reassign them promptly, ensuring every vulnerability has an accountable owner. Automated alerts for unassigned tickets further prevent gaps, guaranteeing no vulnerability slips through unmanaged. Ownership visibility ensures every risk has someone responsible for its closure. Retention of remediation artifacts preserves the evidence needed for audits and post-incident analysis. Logs, screenshots, patch notes, and test results should be stored securely for the duration of compliance requirements. These artifacts allow organizations to demonstrate due diligence and reconstruct events if a vulnerability is later exploited. Hardened organizations establish retention policies that ensure artifacts remain trustworthy, accessible, and tamper-resistant. Continuous training and playbook updates transform lessons into improved practice. Teams should learn from remediation outcomes, whether delays, missteps, or successes, and refine playbooks accordingly. Regular training ensures all team members remain aligned on best practices, new tools, and updated workflows. Hardened organizations invest in knowledge sharing, preventing institutional gaps, and ensuring remediation expertise scales across the enterprise. Automation safety measures are essential when deploying fixes at scale. Throttles limit the number of simultaneous updates, approval gates require human validation before high-risk actions, and observability tools monitor changes in real time. These safeguards prevent automation from causing widespread outages while still delivering speed. Hardened environments balance automation with safety, ensuring mass remediations proceed efficiently but under controlled conditions. Escalation policies address stalled or repeatedly reopened vulnerabilities. If a fix fails or remediation drags beyond SLA timelines, escalation to higher management ensures visibility and resource reallocation. Reopened tickets may highlight systemic issues requiring executive attention. Hardened programs document escalation thresholds and enforce them consistently, ensuring vulnerability management never loses momentum. Escalation keeps remediation aligned with risk tolerance and business priorities. Ultimately, vulnerability remediation must be viewed as a continuous engineering program. It is not a series of one-off fixes, but an ongoing cycle of measuring, automating, reviewing, and pushing systemic improvements upstream. Hardened organizations recognize that vulnerabilities will always emerge, but disciplined processes, automation and feedback loops ensure risks are consistently reduced. By embedding remediation as a living program, organizations transform vulnerability response from reactive firefighting into a mature, repeatable, and strategic defense capability. Thanks for tuning in to the Bare Metal Cyber Prepcast, your trusted source for cybersecurity news and insights. Remember to subscribe at baremetalcyber.com so you never miss an update. And visit cyberauthor.me for best-selling cybersecurity books that equip you with expert knowledge. Until next time, stay secure and stay vigilant.